Hello everybody and welcome back to Extra Holiday Games. I'm Extra Holiday and I like this level. Just thought I'd make that known. And also, the thought occurred to me. One of the reasons the Grumps have caught up, because you might be wondering, you're probably not, but you might be, because if you've been following them, you know that they're putting out a video every other day of Mario Maker, and if you follow my channel, you know that I'm putting out a video every other day. And you might be wondering, like, wait, how did they get ahead of you if you're on the same schedule? The answer is their episodes are longer than mine. There we go. Okay. Now the next section. Yeah, so they do 30-minute episodes, whereas mine are minimum 15. So yeah, that's how they caught up. All right. So we're gonna. Frankly, this part doesn't seem much harder than it was. All right, we're gonna. Okay, wait for it. Yep. Gonna have to wait. Hold on. Yep. Okay. Oh, okay. If I had actually gone faster there, I would have been able to make it. All right. I kind of wish there was another checkpoint there, but that's fine. I don't think he actually could have because it's only doors that he's been using to get. We only went through doors and not pipes, which means we're in the same section of the level. So you can only have one checkpoint per section. I still don't know what the exact term is. There's definitely a better term for it, but like basically you get I still can't think of a better term. Dang it. I don't know how I would put it. Two workspaces, basically, I guess, is the best I can do as far as describing it. But yeah, you get two workspaces, you get one checkpoint per workspace. There's one on this workspace that has all these doors and this first part where you have to wait. And then I don't think we've gone through a pipe yet, actually. Or maybe we have. No, we did. We did at the beginning, which means that the next pipe is probably going to lead to the end, which would be my guess. Not totally sure, but that would be my guess. All right, gonna wait another cycle just to be sure that I've got the right angle. Okay. Here we go now. There we go. And we can go now. Yeah, all right. Okay, we've got that. Okay. What if I... Yeah, all right, give me some more one-ups, please. Cool. All right. Hit that now, because we can go now. Hit the bullet bill, go. Oh, that's actually another occasion where if I were faster, it would have worked. It's interesting, right? You know, how cycles are. It's almost like there's this, it's kind of like a hitbox, but instead of an area on the screen, it's like a amount of time. I guess it is a hitbox, but it's like a, I don't know. Conceptually, I feel like it's more like, here's a time where you can't do the thing you're trying to do. And you have to avoid doing the thing that you're trying to do in that time. That's kind of how I think of, well, this level, basically. All right. Okay. Okay. Oof. That is questionable hitbox, but okay. That's fine. Speaking of hitboxes. Yeah, this is... Yeah. Cycle, I guess not all cycles are dangerous, but also not all hitboxes are dangerous. I mean, if you're talking about, like, when I think hitboxes, the first game I think of is Smash. If you're talking about, like, wind boxes, they're not inherently dangerous, right? They don't do damage, or I guess they have knockback, but they don't do damage. So, like, yeah, it is possible to have a hitbox without, it's not inherently dangerous. It just does something else that could be indirectly dangerous. I guess if in Smash, if you die by going off the screen, then that would mean that the more dangerous part of an attack is actually how it moves you and not the damage it does. Because the damage in Smash only makes it harder or easier for you to be moved by an attack. So actually, yeah, the launch power of an attack is actually more dangerous. In other words, what I'm saying is Fox Laser is less powerful than Mario Flood, basically, as far as Smash is concerned. I didn't wait. And I feel like that's not a controversial statement. Like, yes, Fox, well, I mean, like, if you want to get into the specifics of how, like, oh, the laser's faster and you don't need to charge it at all, and, you know, that's, like, you could argue that laser is actually still more useful just because of the numbers on it, but in terms of directly defeating your opponent, I could have gone there. All right, go. There we go. All right, cool. Just gonna, I was hoping to hop over that, but it's fine. We will do it this way. Just means we have to go on this cycle if we want to avoid the booze. Nope, wait. I had to wait for the bullet bill, but then it's gonna drop the. But again, the boosts don't directly kill me, so I could have waited. Kind of the whole point of the level, I guess, is I could have waited and done better, but I did not. Okay. Alright, got it. Easy peasy. There we go. There we go. Okay. Alright. I tried to jump over it. Dang it. Oh, you know what? You know what? We'll wait. We can wait. That's the whole message of this level, is sometimes you just gotta wait. You know what? That icicle falling isn't gonna be the end of the world. Because it's, I forgot about the bullet bill. The bullet bill is the end of the world. Yeah, no, it's fine. Most of the time you can just wait. You can just wait. Not a big deal. Just wait. Just wait. Just teabag while you're waiting. That makes it better. What doesn't make it better is not jumping on the dry bones. And that makes it worse. Also, another level with dry bones, which is interesting. It's kind of like the two levels in World 3, I think, in a row that were centered on moles, except this time it's dry bones for 2 levels in a row. I don't think really the Kraken had any dry bones. It did have the skeleton fish, though, which are like the dry bones version of fish. Except not really, because mechanically they're not really similar at all. You can't really... They don't really come back when you kill them, like dry bones do. You know what really bugs me? It doesn't actually bug me, but something that kind of bugs me is how when you touch the back of a dry bones in this game, it'll turn around to face you if it kills you. Like, regardless of where it's standing. I noticed that a lot in the last level. But it's just, I don't know why. It just feels bad. For some reason, he just turns back and is like, wow, really? And sometimes they just reform while you're inside them. And you just die. You just die. At that point, you just die. Which is very unfortunate. But that's how it happens. Just wait for another cycle and then jump on the dry bones. That's all we gotta do. I'm having a lot of trouble with that now, actually hitting the dry bones. I think, and it's because I'm jumping short, but I'm trying to jump short because I'm not trying to get hit by jumping too high. So, I don't know. I am curious to see how Aaron plays this level. Yeah. Okay. Because, yeah, I mean, he has a reputation for not being patient when it comes to video games. So, you know, I'm waiting to see it. In fact, as of this recording, that episode comes out like 2 days from now, more than likely. Assuming he gets through the rude sandstorm in the next episode. Which I imagine he probably will. That would mean it took him about the same time as it took me, so... I don't think I'm that much better than he is. In fact, I'm not sure that I'm better than him at all, so... unlike most of the people on the internet. Sip of water. People like to think they're better than everyone else. And it's really easy to think that until you start recording yourself playing, and then, like, even if you're not talking over it, like, you know, me or Aaron or any other Let's Player does, or streamer for that matter, even if you're not talking over your gameplay while you're playing it, then it's just watching yourself play a game is rather disappointing. Because you make a lot more mistakes than you notice while you're playing. And when you're determined to, you know, make a habit of recording yourself play, you kind of got to get used to it. And it might have an effect on your ego when it comes to video games, but frankly, I stopped thinking that I was good at video games a while ago, so I'm not really, there wasn't far for me to fall when I started recording myself. Frankly, like, the first time that I realized that I might not actually be good at video games was when I was going to school on campus, college, specifically university. And I went to a Smash tournament. It was Smash 4 at the time, because Ultimate wasn't out yet. But yeah, I went to a Smash tournament thinking, yeah, you know what, I could probably do pretty well here. You know, I'm pretty, like, in high school, and I think I've mentioned before, but I was president of the video game club for 3 years. And one of the games we always had at that club was Smash, and, you know, people would just sit around and play Smash all day, and I was clearly the best person there. Like, there wasn't really anyone who could challenge me. And so I thought, you know, I'm pretty solid, and, you know, I even won a tournament that was not a big tournament, but, like, it was between 2 schools. I won a tournament. And so, you know, I thought, you know, maybe I'm actually pretty good at this game. And then I entered that tournament at college, the Smash 4 tournament. And granted, I hadn't played a lot of Smash 4 mostly because the only version I had was the 3DS version, and, you know, it was kind of not the optimal way to play. But yeah, I entered that tournament, and I think I made it past round 1. It was double elim, I think. And I think I won the first round. I think. But then I got eliminated. So, and it was at that point that I was like, oh, there are people who are way better at this game than me. And, like, I had always considered Smash to be one of the games that I was best at. So Yeah, that was, I mean, that combined with the fact that playing ranked in League, I could only ever get to Silver 2, which is not that high up. Like, it's basically at the 50% mark when it comes to people who play ranked. So I was pretty much exactly average. You know, those two things kind of combined to tell me, like, oh yeah, I'm actually not that good at games. Wow. Like, I'm sure people who don't play video games much could look at me and be like, oh, you know, you're really good. And I'd be like, yeah, you might think that, but comparatively, right? And like, you know, it's not always the healthiest to compare yourself to everyone else, but comparatively, I'm really not that good. And you know what? That's fine. I don't play video games to be the best. I play them to have fun. And I can do that without being the best. And I feel like I might just be lucky in that regard. Because I feel like a lot of people are not that way. So, yeah, I don't know. Trying to think, should I go over this swamp or under it? What would be the better move? I feel like over is the better move. And I did that very wrong. Okay. I bounced too high is part of the issue. So I got myself trapped, essentially. It's fine. I mean, that's one thing that I like to think I'm actually decently good at when it comes to video games is analyzing what went wrong after the fact. Like, what I need to do better. However, one of my biggest weaknesses, like, a lot of the times I'll know what to do, but a lot of the times I just won't be able to because my fingers just won't do the thing that I want it to do. Because, you know, it's one thing to know what you have to do, and it's another thing to actually do it. And it's the latter part that I usually have trouble with. If either. Go. Okay. Got this. This part's actually not hard. I should have either waited or been faster. Either one would have been fine, but going when I did was exactly wrong. Alright, it's fine though. We've got it though. Like really, I don't mind waiting. I am patient. Unfortunate. But fine. Truly fine. Ultimately, I'm in a decently good mood right now. Partly because today, well, I mean, technically yesterday, but the way my days go, I consider it today, was the day that they had a presentation on new Pokemon stuff. And for Pokemon Day, which is actually today, the 25th anniversary of Red and Green. And you know, I liked what they had to announce. Which is primarily the Diamond and Pearl remakes, which, you know, everyone's been waiting for quite a while. And, you know, a lot of people are, well, I guess not a lot. I feel like most people think it's good, but some people are like, ew, it looks gross. Well, what's with this art style? But I think it looks good. Frankly, I think it's more faithful to the original games than the Sword and Shield style, which I think is what everyone was expecting would be. So frankly, I've got no problem with the artistic style of Diamond and Pearl. Or Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, I should say. Because those are the titles of the remakes. So yeah, I'm happy about that. And also there's Pokemon Legends, which looks interesting. Like, I don't feel like I know enough about it exactly to... was it Legends? It was Legends, right? Yeah, I think. Anyway, the other Pokemon game that they announced for the Switch, which, I mean, it looks interesting, right? But, like, I have a lot of questions, right? Because they called it... My biggest one is they called it an action RPG, but it looked like it still had turn-based battles. So is it like partly action, partly... Because, and I mean, they showed capturing Pokemon in real time. It wasn't turn-based, like you select Pokeball from the menu like you would normally do. But they do... But when they showed the battles, it looked like it was turn-based. So it's weird. I'd be curious to know more. But just seeing what I've seen, you might just see that game on this channel. And you'll almost certainly see the Diamond and Pearl remakes on this channel. Or one of the two, anyway. Because it's been a long time. I've been basically looking to it for an excuse to go back to Gen 4. And what's been stopping me is just the fact that Gen 4 is very, very slow. It plays very slow, is what I'm trying to say, in its original versions. Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, and Soul Silver all suffer from this issue where battles, in particular, just move really slow. And it's kind of hard to... It's harder to play now than it was back then, at least for me. That's kind of something else. Something that bugs me in another gen is a similar but not exactly the same problem. Because specifically, I was looking... After I watched the presentation on the new Pokemon stuff and some reactions to the presentation of the new Pokemon stuff, I watched Blind Wave, another YouTube channel, but they were streaming on Twitch. I watched them do a 4-way randomizer race of Fire Red and Leaf Green, which seemed pretty fun. And I thought, you know, I've done Pokemon randomizers before and enjoyed them. And so I was like, you know what, I should do another randomizer run. So I was like, okay, but which game? I already did basically my favorites, which was 5th gen, Black, White, Black 2, White 2. I did White 2. And yes, I could go and do Black or White, but I don't know that would be different enough to satisfy me. And I don't want to go too far back, because going too far back in Pokemon feels like things get kind of clunky. Like, I was watching their 4-way race of Fire Red and Leaf Green and just thinking like, oh god, there are so many things in this gen that just don't work. Like, 3rd gen, which is when Fire Red and Leaf Green were made, was before the physical special split. So a lot of types just aren't good because they're either physical or special, and the Pokemon of that type don't have the right stat to be good offensively. So, like, I was watching them play, and they had a bunch of different Mons who are good physical attackers, and one of their only attacking moves was Bite, and it hurt me because in 2nd and 3rd gen, Bite is a special move because it's Dark type, and Dark type moves are special, but pretty much everyone who learns Bite is a physical attacker. So it's just really not effective on anyone who learns it, and it's kind of unfortunate. And thus, that's why the physical special split happened. And that's kind of why I didn't want to go too far back. Also, I feel like a randomizer is more, specifically a Pokemon randomizer is more fun if there's more Pokemon in the game. Because, like, if you randomize a Gen 1 game, like red, blue, yellow, those sorts of things, if you randomize that, then it's like, it's not all that much different. Like, yeah, you'll find different Pokemon in different places, but it's not, you're not finding different Pokemon than you normally would overall. Whereas if you were to randomize a later game, like, say, Black 2 or White 2, you could find Pokemon that aren't even in that game that you would normally have to, like, trade from another game to get, which is neat. So, yeah, that's why in doing randomizers, I prefer to do later games. And so, okay. Probably should have gone the cycle before that, but it's fine. So yeah, I was kind of at a conundrum because I already did basically the latest game. The latest game that I could emulate on my old computer, because doing randomizers on an actual cartridge is a lot harder. And so I was like, what do I do? Which game do I play? And I was like, eventually what I settled on was Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, because it's been a while since I played those, and I was kind of itching to play those anyway. And so I did get the old 3DS emulator set up and the randomizer set up. And I haven't actually started it yet, but it's ready to go. And I'm probably not gonna record it, by the way. Just saying, just because one downside to playing a game on the channel is that I tend to have to play it slower than I normally would. I can't just play whenever. I have to record, and if I'm recording, then I feel like I have to be in the mood to record or in a good condition to record, because I'm not always in a good condition to record. Sometimes, I'm not feeling 100%. So, yeah, that's why my randomized Omega Ruby run is probably not going to be on the channel. But hopefully you don't hold that against me, because you know what? Sometimes I gotta play games just for myself, Because, like, I play games on this channel partly for myself, but also partly for the people watching. But, like, if I were to do that all the time and only ever play games on the channel, then I come to this point where I just... where, it becomes less fulfilling, I guess. It's kind of like how playing a particular game in a particular way can get boring if that's the only way you ever play it. So sometimes you gotta mix it up. And in this case, I'm mixing it up by not recording. Now I just have to fight the guilt of not recording, because that exists. Since I started the channel, there have been one or two occasions where I was like, I feel like I should be recording this game that I'm playing, but I'm not, but like I could be, and like if I'm not recording, then it just feels inefficient, And I am someone who strives for efficiency. Okay, we've got this. Next cycle, go. Okay, got it. Next cycle, go. Next cycle, go. Got it, okay. That part I just kind of had to pay attention to. Okay, I kind of want... ideally I'd have the Thwomp come down and kill the dry bones, but timing that would be awkward. Maybe I can, though. Next cycle, I guess. He's not going to be anywhere near the thwomp, but it's fine. We'll manage. Okay, so this is the part where I died last time. We'll make it work, though. Alright, go. Okay, we'll wait. We'll wait and kill the dry bones again. Okay, and we wait for the next cycle. The dry bones was putting pressure on me. Alright. You know what? We'll finish this level next time. Because, as for this episode, that's a wrap. Yes, very dramatic, I know.